Hey everyone, thanks so much for checking out today's episode. If you're enjoying the show and you wish to support the channel a bit, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know you're tired of hearing it from all your favorite channels, but the algorithm is a very real thing. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, blah blah, all that, all under Rathmore Games. And if you wish to donate to the show to help us improve things, you can go to ko-fi.com/rathmoregames and help us out a little bit. Either way, thank you so much for all the support. We are so honored to be able to keep doing this every week, and we hope you enjoy. Alrighty. We're live. I see no one's interrupted me today. I was ready for it, and you've duped me. So you still got me, because now I'm wasting time anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I will take everyone's inspiration for the evening, and I will use them for myself. Hello. We're back. Welcome back. I don't remember if I said this in-game or in recording or not last time, but we're there level 6 now. So that's cool if you missed that. Maybe this is redundant and you already knew that.
A little bit taller.
Yeah, a little bit taller. I have picked a color combination of my lights that for some reason makes my camera turn me this color. And I'm dealing with it. So I guess I'll be orange tonight, completely orange tonight, and that's fine. But anyway, do I have any updates? I don't think I do. Not quite yet. We're getting close though. So clearly we're missing a stripe of people on your screen tonight. And that is what it is. They'll be back whenever they're back, I hope.
Yeah. Cool people are on this side.
Yeah.
It is. That is empirically true. Yeah. We have the snitch.
The narcs on the other side.
Yeah. We have the snitch and the criminal on that side.
Yeah.
And there we go. Danny, I don't know if your webcam froze or if you're just the greatest human statue right now, but
Oh God!
Can you wait? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
I hear you. We can just leave it like this all night. This is fine. We don't need to see you.
Put this at least.
Okay.
Holy hell! Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, let me make a note of
Guilty
this.
man.
Can someone take a photo of that before we lose it? Fuck.
No, hey, it's recorded. I'm we clip it. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Can that be our
That was
thumbnail?
perfect.
Yes,
That's our thumbnail for the
100%. Thumbnail.
How that fucking look.
Kayla's on trial.
21.
Like
Kalis.
the Kermit sipping the tea.
Yep.
Quit drink. 2 minutes into recording. Holy shit. That was fucking delightful.
God damn
In
it.
case you can't tell, we're doomed. For those listening, Danny froze with his mug hilariously covering most of his face. His rather large, I guess,
And he
thermos
had
more.
His eyes are like burning into yourself.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good.
Right at
Yeah,
the camera.
yeah,
Like the
it
look
was
of betrayal.
incredible.
Like,
Yeah.
my own companions are really
Exactly.
gassing me right now.
Careful, my feet again that way.
Yeah, right.
Suspicious as hell.
He is stuck again.
I don't think so. I see him moving
No,
slightly.
this time I'm not. This time.
But he's gonna get us with that at some point tonight. I think that was. Whew. Okay, let's try this again. Hello, it's us. We're back. It's another episode. What happened last time? I didn't write anything about it, but it was pretty straightforward, which feels weird to say now that I say it. Let me turn the music up for a second. There we go. Yeah, so you guys were in the museum. And Kalos is being a drama queen, bleeding from his forehead or something like that. As we immediately lose Izzy, visually at least.
Sorry.
Welcome back, double-voiced Izzy.
There we go.
Kalos, being a drama queen, bleeding from the forehead, stealing the show. And then you start looking at some stuff and Champions of the Gods and some cool items. And I'm not even going to go with the Spark Notes because there's too much there. And question. Who of you took any notes or tried to take any notes during that giant lore dump? Because I saw some people frantically scribbling. I would love to see what you got down there because there was a lot, and there was a lot of names. That's just my curiosity.
Fuck.
Nothing.
No, you're fine. We don't have to do it right now. We're already, like, struggling so hard to get this going. I was just curious. So then someone else decided to steal the show, and that someone else was Val, by turning into a giant spider monster, getting a coin up his ass, and then becoming an even bigger spider monster, and running away at 2 hit points
Sounds like
after
a normal
you
Tuesday night.
almost killed him in a crazy Dragon Ball Z-esque air battle. Which, by the way, I don't know if you registered how badass that was while it was happening, but that was fucking badass. And it's a shame that Val drove away your crowd of lookers on who potentially could have been there for it, but probably for the best.
Yeah. It's a good thing no
And
collateral.
yeah, no collateral.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's a way to look at the situation.
Always.
Yeah, and then you guys all went back to Zilphine at Omfeed's request, and Adrian's a snitch.
Yep.
That's the
Goddamn
spark
nerd.
notes there.
Bro, you a
So-
fucking thug.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get more in detail because whatever. If you missed it, you'll find out real quick.
Boom.
Let me switch music. Maybe get something a little more tense. And as that figures out what it wants to do, we will begin tonight's game. In the realm of Exandria, on the continent of Vasselheim, in the city of Vasselheim, in the cradle, very, very early in the morning on Thunshir 5th. Kalis, you stand before a dozen watchers and Adrian, and beside Archguardian Garrison Daylor, who they are at this moment removing the shackles from. And another dozen watchers behind him, under the scrutinous eye of the court wizard herself. She pauses, tilts her head, nods to herself, nods again. Kalis of Drakenheim. The Lawbearer would like to see you. She turns to the wall behind her, motions her hand, and a door appears. She steps a little bit to the side and motions for you and you alone to enter.
Yes, no time like the present. And so be it. And I'll just walk up.
You approach the simple stone door. It pulls open inward as you approach. And what you see is a very simple, mostly empty room, except for one sort of almost half elven female figure, very nondescript, standing about 20 feet into the room, hands clasped in front of her. Behind her is a set of scales that are built into the visage of a large silver axe. And as you step through, the door closes behind you. And it's kind of crazy just how normal this visage looks. Now you, having the experience that you have with the city, would know, at least the rumors, that the Lawbearer herself frequently patrols the city, just pretending to be another watcher. And so it's likely most people in the city have seen her and have no idea. You presume this is one of those easy to miss forms. The eyes study you for a second, before silently motioning for you to step forward.
I walk forward.
And at this moment, you are not wearing the circlet that Tinny made for you. And the mark is visible, however you doubt such a simple trinket would hide something from a god.
Mm-hmm.
As you step forward, the hand reaches out. The thumb wipes a little bit of the blood. Rubs it between the fingers. And just like palming a basketball, just grabs you by the forehead. Not hard, but firm. And there's just this little slight warmth from her hand. After about 5 seconds, she withdraws it. And just stares for a second. Everything being very slow, methodical, whatever it is she's doing. She nods slightly more to herself than to you. And in a very, very normal voice. It won't be able to see through you anymore. Though it will likely be able to find you. The mark stays for now. It will prove useful for the greater good. That is all.
You're saying he was looking through it?
What else does an eye do?
I mean, fair enough. No, kind of good point. So what do you want, Lawbearer?
That is it.
That's it?
Your business takes you out. She motions back to the door as it opens.
I only want what's best for the city. And I'll turn around and walk out.
You walk back out, taking the same position you were at before. Prime Eye waits till the door closes, vanishes. Seeker Findae, see to it that these two find adequate rest. When you see fit, get whatever information you need. The rest will stay with Zilphine for the evening. Once you are ready, bring them to me, and we will see what is to come. Archguardian. And it nods at him. Thank you for coming willingly. Just turns and walks out. And the Watchers lead Kalis to a room. You're not imprisoned. They're not taking you to prison. But you are certainly in a room that is comfortable enough to not be insulting, and that's it. And it is not within earshot or sight of where they take Garrison. They take him down a different hallway. You are aware that there is most certainly at least a pair of Watchers outside the door. Adrian, you know where your chambers are and the sort of things you might need to be considering and preparing for such an endeavor. And back in Zilphine's, the rest of you have still been in this same teleportation chamber that is completely void of anything else. She has Harmony prepare sleeping arrangements that are more comfortable than what Kalis and Garrison are facing at this moment, if not by much. And you are informed that you will be staying here for the evening under order from the Prime Eye, and when they are ready, it is likely that you will all be spoken to in some official or legal manner. And then you are left to your own devices. Food is provided if necessary, all of the basic things needed for all of you. A little bit more comfortable at Zilphine's. And after what has been an absolutely mind-numbingly insane day, you all have the space and time for some rest. If you can calm your nerves enough, find it. Is there anything I should know that happens throughout the night?
Within this room that Kalis was given, is it kind of like austere? There's not a lot to it?
Nope.
Nope.
You have a little wash basin, you have a bed, there's a little mirror, there's a small kind of end table to put some of your stuff on if you want to. Really about it.
So Kalis is gonna go into the corner. He's gonna kind of face the corner and just, head down. And just think to himself. Get into that kind of, mental headspace that he was telling Cooley about not too long ago. And he's just thinking. Bahamut, I know exactly that I don't call you often. We're not exactly on that kind of relationship, I guess. But I'd just like to let you know that I'm sorry. I only thought what I was doing was good for the city. I guess you could see that maybe others didn't think so, but hopefully you still have some faith in me to, to kind of have my shit together. And I know that you're not exactly the most talkative deity. Certainly not more talkative than the Lawbringer, or the Lawbearer, or whatever name is. But it'd be nice to hear from you, occasionally, as a deity does to a subordinate. But it is what it is, I guess. Silence is a response in its own regard, I guess, but... well, I am sorry. He'll kind of open his eyes, turn away, and then just kind of go lie in bed. Try to find sleep.
Okay.
Eric is just in his bed looking at the Dell's sending stone, just thinking that, talking to himself, that would have thought finding that Kawato in the jungle all those years ago would lead me to dealing with gods. Then just continues to look at the sending stone, and like something clicks in his head, like, ah, that's how he did it. Neat. And just puts it away and goes off to sleep.
Okay.
Is Santa still with us?
Yeah, she'd still be there for the immediate time of this all getting set up, yeah.
I think Tinny would have told her maybe a little bit more about what happened to Valafar. And then also mentioned that I don't know, he was threatening all of us, but he threatened my parents. He said he knew where the tear was and that he was going to come for it. I don't know if it was a real threat, but it's been worrying me.
Well, I should probably get back then, huh?
Yeah, maybe that would be best.
We'll keep them safe. We will.
Yeah.
I'll check in as soon as I can, okay?
Hey. Thank you, Santa.
Stay strong, my little tin can. Gives you a big hug. And then she returns to the circle and back to Xiphus. Anyone else?
Adrian had drawn Kalis's face into the Grantseeker's tome, and he had drawn the black coin as well.
Mhm.
So before he goes to bed, he's sitting at his desk and he's going to ask the book if it's ever seen anything like that before in its past.
Let me remind myself precisely what I have written for the book.
I've been trying to use this book for the last like 3 episodes.
I know, but it's because of that I haven't been able to use it either. So let me make sure. Let me just reread it. Okay. So asking specifically if either of them mean anything to it.
Yeah.
Okay. The mark Grumsh is identified, certainly as such. You just drew the mark, right? Was there any other further information about it, or just the mark?
It was Kalis's head with the mark on it, yeah.
Okay. It is identified, certainly, as the mark of the Ruiner. And, it throws out there that an individual marked as such is either chosen as some kind of avatar or likely as some kind of target. Though the specifics of what the mark does when on an individual are unknown. And the other one was the coin. Do you put any further information in that either, or just the drawing?
Just the drawing. Yeah.
The tome, with just the drawing, does not seem to get anything beyond the basic information that it appears to be some kind of coin. Could be arcane of nature. Hard to tell exactly.
And then I'll ask it one more question, which is, has it ever heard of coins made by Lolth?
It has. It doesn't really have much to offer on the general topic that you didn't already know, just that during the war some were made and given to what were to become her champions. And they were the catalysts of massive destruction. However, the history and the specifics of most of them, if not all of them, was completely lost. Seems that these are tough questions, if not even the tome has much to offer.
Adrian's just gonna rub his eyes, close the book. He's gonna head to bed.
Okay. Is that all?
I think Quilly is having a hard time sleeping, just generally being around this many paladins. She's definitely on edge. And obviously she is worried for her friend, but she's also thinking about Lila, as she was another witness to what happened at Thunderhead. So is there like an attendant or like a security guard around us, or are we just
You guys are still at Zilphine's. And Harmony is still there. Yeah.
I think I'd like to go up to Harmony. Hey, can we get like a phone call or something?
Sorry, I was gonna be a smartass about phone calls not existing. I figured it wasn't worth it.
Like, hey man, I want my phone call.
Yeah.
Give me my one phone call.
I know my rights.
I know my rights.
As shown earlier, all communications must go through me. However, there are only certain individuals with which I can easily communicate. If you would like to communicate with an individual that I cannot reach, I am afraid it shall prove difficult, if not impossible.
She may be reachable, or can you tell? I don't know if you know. I don't even know Lila's last name. Lila of the Graveyard. No, cool. Tell Merca of the Birth Heart to tell Lila that Quilly's back in town, and
One moment.
it's okay. Shit.
And same thing that happened with Tinny earlier. She just opens her mouth like a little bit too wide for what a human comfortably could, and you can tell there's not like a tongue and like human stuff. She's clearly not a human. But her mouth opens up again, one of the amulets, and her eyes glow. And you would have seen Tinny earlier have to awkwardly speak a message into her mouth. So, awkward as it might be, you would at least probably have gathered that that's what you're supposed to do here.
That is disturbing. Do I just like speak through it like a sending spell?
Yep,
Okay.
it's your
Oh, God.
telephone.
Okay.
You speak
Oh,
into
shit.
her mouth.
Oh, the mouth call?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
exactly.
picturing it.
Yep.
Good. Hi, Merca. It's Izzy. Quilly. Oh God, never give me the spell ever. I'm back in Vasselheim.
Camera.
Can you tell Lila that some shit's going down you probably know about? Trust me? That's it.
Playing from Harmony's mouth for a couple second delay. It's 1 a.m. Let me sleep.
Yep, that sounds about
That's fair.
Merca.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
fair
Merca.
enough.
Hasn't changed.
Don't know what you expected, but
Yep.
good try. Who knows? He might still do it. You know, he's just a dick. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. And thus, sleep takes you. Probably not the best sleep any of you have gotten. But after this last 24 hours, you need it. You need every little bit you can get. And so, one long rest later, there you go. You have long rested. Sorry, RPG sound stopped as I was talking. Doing. Whatever. We'll see. Quilly, you awaken earlier than you would like to a familiar voice of Harmony. It seems there is an incoming message for you. Would you like to receive it?
Yes.
Mouth opens up again.
It's still so disturbing.
Hey, is this thing on? Well, sorry, I don't really know how these things work, alright? Jesus, man. Wait, it's... Oh, come on, 25 gold! And it stops.
the money in the payphone.
And Harmony's mouth shuts.
Lila will find some way to beat it into submission.
Yeah, she probably broke it.
Yeah.
Then about 15 seconds later. Ah, there is another message. Yes, from the same source.
Right?
All right, man. Hey, god damn it. I am bored as hell. When are we going to the pits? Oh, I got more? Nah, that's it.
I missed her. Quilly will respond. Well, we've had a bit of some shit has gone down since we've been away, but currently Kalis is on trial for what happened at Thunderhead. So hopefully we'll be on our way to the pits soon.
Yeah, that definitely cut off before
Yeah.
that.
I was like, God, I'm not even like.
It's probably like, so hopefully, and that was it.
Yep.
And her mouth shuts. It appears you had more to say. Would you like to proceed?
Will it cost me money? No. Okay. Cool.
No.
Yes.
And the phone opens again.
As I was saying, I don't know when we'll be on our way, but soon. Some shit's gone down. If you, God, I'd
got 4
stay
left?
away from here temporarily,
Okay.
please.
We'll say that's about it. That's about it. That's
Try to
about it.
help, but the camera is reverse mirrored, so I get
Oh, yeah.
confused.
Not useful. It's like an awkward silence. All right, man. I get it. Oh. Cool. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Find me when you need me. Fucking asshole. I hate this damn place. You son of... And it just cuts off there.
And some wizard just made 75 gold.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone just made way too much money off her.
Yeah. That's a go to word.
Mhm.
A terrible rates.
Well, one could presume Lila's probably not the best at negotiating anything to deal with magic. So...
Fair enough.
Adrian, what is your plan of action, as you are the man in command right now? What would you like to happen?
Very first thing is I will cast my own sending spell,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll send a message to Chuck.
Go for
And
it.
I'll say, Chuck, it's Adrian. Found the coins. Urgent assignment for you. A tiefling named Valafar. Track down his whereabouts in Scarleton and get back to me.
You just get one word back. Yep.
Ah, fucking boy.
No
All
questions, Chuck.
And then gather my tome, and I'll head for Kalis's room.
Okay. You know right where it is, and I'll leave the scene to you.
Gonna give a little knock on the door, and then I'm gonna open it up. Sleep okay?
I'm just sitting on the bed. Yeah.
Hungry?
What's for breakfast?
I don't fucking know. This place has everything. I usually don't eat here, though.
Yeah, you don't exactly strike me as one to indulge in cafeteria food.
Hey, at least you wound me. I grew up here. I used to eat the cafeteria food.
Be honest with me.
It was shit,
Yeah, exactly.
but I did.
Yeah.
And I was just open the door back up to one of the watchers. Can you bring some, like, I don't know, some eggs, bacon in? Thanks.
Right away.
Close the door. Come take a look at this, huh? And I'm going to open up the Grand Seeker's tome. Show him my amazing sketching of his head. And the notes below it. Well, you got a 50-50 shot here, my friend, of being either a target of Groomsh or, well, one of his potential champions. But, I mean, let's be honest here. I don't think you're going down the champion route anytime soon. Right?
Unless my memory fails me, no.
Fantastic. That's good. So, listen. About what happened back there at Zilphine's. I, you know, didn't understand what's going on 100%. Still don't. So, before I drag you before the prime eye, tell me your story from the beginning. Who hired you to go to Fort Thunderhead?
Well. Fuck. So this all had started with a little quest, if you could say, as I feel like most paladins begin with stories of quests from Mecca. I believe you know of Mecca, the Briar Heart.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
We were...
Depressing motherfucker, but yeah.
I was sent to him by my superior garrison, my upper superior, to look into some null attacks. Upon which these null sightings were linked to a building of forces up near Fort Thunderhead in the north. And I was dictated, along with my party, to investigate them. Not necessarily to actually do anything about them, but just to purely investigate. The rest of the details were left to us. As we made our way north, and eventually to the fortress itself, all I can really say is that there was some kind of ritual that was occurring. To the best of my knowledge, it was to summon some kind of thing. I don't know. Can't tell you for sure. But upon fighting a band of gnolls, and eventually... How do I put this? Not kill them all, but get better of a few of them. Their ritual, I guess, for better description, worked and summoned some kind of entity. This entity would eventually kill all of the gnolls that were remaining, and then speak to us. Something about the return of Lolth. And eventually would be joined by their sister.
Okay.
Known to us as the Siren. I don't know if your little book can tell you anything about her, unless you need some kind of visual evidence.
A visual or a description of what she looks like would work.
I could do a description.
Keep in mind, this book doesn't know everything, but, you know, worth a shot.
We could see. Unseemingly tall, long, almost purplish hair that goes down beneath her breast, kind of covering them. She was completely naked.
Not a bad situation to be in. Go ahead.
This this is not exactly what I was thinking to myself. I'll have you know, but
I was joking, Kalis. But go ahead.
yeah, sorry, I'm not exactly in the state of mind to be the most comedic, but
Your situation, I get it.
unseemingly and grotesquely large and long arms, very almost spindly fingers,
Uh-huh.
pale pale gray skin, if I remember correctly. It's and alien eyes.
And the sibling, what can you tell me about? Was it another sister or was it a brother?
As a brother, it was very
Ah.
similar.
Gotcha. Okay. Naked too?
No, he wore armor.
Armored? Okay. Uh-huh. He's the one that cut down the rest of the gnolls?
Yeah, he carried some kind of long, thin blade.
Uh-huh. How dangerous is he?
I mean, the fact that he killed all of them within half a second, I would say pretty dangerous, yes.
Okay. Was their agenda the same?
No. Upon the brother leaving, actually, under the siren's kind of advice that he spare us, she, for better or for worse, warned us as to what was happening with her brother's plans. Him alongside a little cult of individuals within Fletcher's Eye, as well as some in the pits, as I was told. We're planning on resurrecting, bringing back Loth in some kind of way. I don't exactly know how, but I guess that pertains to the rest of our quest in the pit, so.
Hone in on the brother for me, huh? Did he seem hostile or did he seem like he wanted your help?
Hostile in the most unbothered sense of the word.
Gotcha.
It's like he could snap our spines with a single,
Uh-huh.
movement. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Do they speak any other languages?
Yeah, some foreign language some guttural.
It could be a lot of
I
language, truthfully.
I don't know, it was demonic in sound.
Okay. Now the
Just question.
siren.
Wait, one sec.
Huh?
Freya, I've heard the language before, right? I don't know like what
Yes.
it like. It's
That is
abyssal, right?
Could be.
In terms of like, I don't
It's the
understand
closest
it, but I've
thing.
heard
It's
of
the
it.
closest thing Kalis could liken it to, and it was very brief. Whatever they said to each other was very quick, so it was a very small sample size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the siren.
Mm.
She wanted your group's help, yes?
Yes, for some reason she wanted to cause chaos within her brother's life. She, I mean, it sounds typical for,
Siblings? Yeah.
yeah. Not to mention the powerful, chaotic siblings.
Uh-huh.
And evil, I'm assuming.
So this mission to the pits.
Hmm.
What were you supposed to retrieve?
An orb of some kind,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. Some kind of crystal.
And what were you to do with this orb?
We need to bring it to Fletcher's Eye. Bring it to the estate of, you might know him, Lord Numa.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I do. Okay.
Not exactly the most likable person, as I think you can agree, but
No,
I didn't exactly peg him for a cultist.
Be amazed what nobility hides in their closets.
The perverted bastards.
Okay, so potential member of this cult. All right, that's good to know.
Hmm.
And once you were inside Numa's house, what were you to do with this orb?
Perform some ritual. Now, I know how this exactly sounds, that it's not, you know, the most straightforward way of stopping the ascension or reascension of a betrayer god. But I don't know as to why she would lie about this. To maybe aid in the ascension, but
Did she tell you what the ritual does?
in vague terms, stop the progress of Lilith's resurrection.
That's not going to cut it, my friend. Untrustworthy source. Well, we'll
I
deal with
agree.
that. All right. Anything else I should know about this siren? You didn't get a name from any one of these two?
I think we had the brother's name, but I'll be honest, I didn't exactly. It was a while ago.
All right.
You could probably ask either Cooley Derek about the details. They might know better.
And as far as I understand from Zentha, Tinny was a recent addition to your group.
Sorry, one sec. You gotta repeat that. I cut out.
Oh, it's all good. As far as I understand from Zentha,
Mm-hmm.
Tinny was a recent addition to your group, yes?
Yes.
All right.
If it matters
So-
at all, don't. She has nothing to do with this.
I believe you, but protocol. She's not be questioned anyways. I think the Prime is going to have questions about the Arms of Elysium as well, but for right now, we'll stick with this. Okay. All right. It's all good to know. Did the Siren give you anything for this ritual?
Instructions as to what to do with the ritual.
In the form of a scroll?
Yeah.
Do you have the scroll with you?
I'm not the one who has it now.
It was just so Kalis doesn't accidentally lie. It was a tablet. It was a stone tablet that's inscribed.
Okay.
You're like,
Yeah.
guilty, dude. Can't fucking do it, man.
Just save that awkward moment from later.
been months.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to call this.
No, you're doing great. You are going to. I just wanted to stop. I wanted to take that away from Blair later to lord over you.
No, I'm just legit.
Like, guilty. Got you in the lie.
Yup. All right.
It's been a fine tablet.
Okay. Arms of Elysium. Sentha told me a bit, but she was drunk. And from what I understand, she wasn't actually there. Yeah?
No.
So from what I understand, you break into a temple.
Yes.
You fight something towards the top floor, yes?
Correct. Near the summit of the temple. Yeah.
Gotcha. Not too interested in what you saw there, truthfully. Mark on your head. How'd you get that?
I mean, the mark on my head is entirely intertwined with what we saw. So if you would like for me to give you the rough, very short description, we were fighting this corrupted creature, I believe angelic in nature. And along with the creature, as well as a few other of its companions, if you say, they were all connected to this grotesque eye near the center of the room. And it was not exactly an easy fight. I think as you were told, many of us died. But before I died, as a last-ditch effort, I proceeded to put my hand into the eye, to the cavity as to where I thought the tear would be.
Okay.
And I was teleported or at least my consciousness was sucked to a dark place, and I was met with the presence of Grumsh. The first time,
As with that sound, that signifies the Watcher coming back with the breakfast food, setting it down, and leaving.
yes. The first time I was removed from this little pocket dimension, I don't know what you could call it. But upon leaving, I don't know, I had this urge to go back.
Okay.
It was some frustrated, vengeful part of myself, I don't know why. And so I put my hand back in, and once again I was confronted with the betrayer god, and I proceeded to foolishly proclaim vengeance upon a deity which, in hindsight, was not exactly the smartest thing, but I meant every word. I meant every word. And I hope you know that this mark was given to me after I proclaimed this oath of vengeance, if you'd say.
Well, good luck with that. Gods are very hard to get the one up on.
Oh, trust me, I know.
But props for going for 2 times, man. That's ballsy.
I know, it was pretty cool, huh? It was pretty badass.
Yeah. I would have never done it, personally, but hey,
I mean, to
takes
be honest,
courage to try.
yeah, at that point, I didn't exactly have much to lose. I thought I was a dead man, so might as well say fuck the betrayer gods in one fell swoop before death.
No, I get that. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
easy,
Yeah.
Other men would shit themselves, I mean, it's a strategic job.
Yeah, I was very close, but yeah.
One last question.
Mm-hmm.
Your superior, Garrison. Why didn't you tell him about Fort Thunderhead?
I'll be honest with you, Adrian, I did. He was the only person I mentioned it to in the order.
Okay. Did you tell him the whole truth?
No.
And
I
why
told
not?
him enough. I was under strict advisement by this siren as to not tell anybody, lest be endangering our little mission.
Well, as I said, untrustworthy source. And it is our duty to tackle these things
I
as an
understand,
order.
but if only you were there, you would understand.
I hear you. I don't agree with you, but I hear you. All right. I'm going to close the book. Well, I've got to go wrap up your companions. Bring them here. Eat something. I'll be back in a little bit.
And then before he leaves, I'll just say, Adrian,
Yep.
if you plan on putting any of this on Garrison, it wasn't his fault.
It won't be my decision to make. If that's any consolation to you. It'll be up to the Prime Eye and the Law Masters. Maybe even Erithus herself.
Well, thanks anyways.
Yeah.
And just so I hope you know, I understand.
Good. Tell me everything. Well, tell them the whole truth. All of it. And you'll be fine.
I'm not exactly one to lie, so.
Good. Need more honest people amongst our orders. All right. Be back in a bit with your friends. And I'll walk out.
I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
I
The
slipped you some
food
celery
is
in there.
adequate. No, nothing smells like celery right now. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go to the Prime Eye's office. You have a little
Copy that.
on the door.
It opens as you go to knock the first time. She knows it's you. Just waits.
I'm going to open up the book, all the notes I had.
And Derek plane shifts for a second.
Plane shifting. Damn, shadow.
See ya, fuckers.
Damn, level 6 is crazy.
Oh, dear.
All right, do what you need to fix that. Recenter. There you are.
I'm going to tear out the page, put it on her desk. That's all everything I've gotten on the interrogation of Kalis at Drakenheim. I think it's going to be best to bring his companions here at this point and talk to them, cross-examine the story, see if it all lines up.
She reads very thoroughly for a couple minutes before looking up at you. Yes, I agree. This does raise some questions. I'll get the Lawmasters. Bring them post-haste.
Will do. I have Chuck searching Scarleton for the whereabouts of Valafar, see where he went. He should get back to me as soon as he can about any information there, but if he was smart, Valafar wouldn't have stayed in the city.
Yes, I agree. The exhibition of time. She smirks the slightest hint. Is no longer. Mr. Morsashi will find much discomfort for the rest of his days. I suspect. We have
If
sent
it's any
500
help for him.
to the city. There are many eyes on the streets, though Chuck is a welcome addition.
That's good. Yeah, I got nothing more to say on that. The items on the second floor. Any more of those things prove to be authentic, dangerous?
It seems our fair lady will be quite busy. Mr. Morsashi, irresponsible as he may be, proves efficient in gathering what he wishes to find.
Good. All right. I'll grab a couple watchers, bring back the rest of the group. And
I'll be here.
Leave her office.
Okay.
And I'll wrangle up some watchers, head to the teleportation circle, head to Zilphine's.
Easy enough. So, back at Zilphine's, I imagine the whole Quilly phone tag probably woke anyone up who wasn't awake yet. Is there anything to discuss or do before Adrian shows up a bit later?
Oh, I heard you're sendings. Attempt at sendings.
Shit is so hard. I don't know how you do it all the time.
I had a lot of practice.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just wanted to check on Lila. But what is there even a plan going into this? I'm under a lot of stress here. I don't like being around so many paladins.
Honestly, I'm just winging it.
Cool. Great.
Hey.
Hanging it.
I guess the only thing is this other truth. They're probably gonna cast some spell on us to
Yeah.
compel us to be more
Oh, yeah.
truthful.
But yeah, I mean, so I actually I don't remember if I gave Derek the tablet or if I still have it. I feel like I might have given it to you.
Still have it. I don't
Okay.
want anything to do with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, honesty is the best policy, I guess. She's just gonna say it through like gritted teeth, and she's just like clencing her fist and it's like kind of like making herself bleed. Like I don't know. I hope Kalis is all right.
We should just been honest up front from the beginning.
I don't know. It's too late to change anything now.
Yeah. Especially with Valafar running around now.
Yeah, that's kind of a big red flag.
Tinny, how are you doing?
I don't. I'm really just worried, I guess. For Kalis, for you guys.
Sorry
don't
for
think-
dragging into all this.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. It's just, I guess I still don't really understand the whole scope of everything that happens. But think
Yes,
it'll be okay.
I hope so.
I hope so. I mean, at the end of the day, it was not to, be secretive about it. It was for the greater good.
True. Also, we haven't really done anything with it yet.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you don't have to do it, but it's also like the evil goddess spider lady might rise up if we don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as I've known all of you guys, like to me, you've always seemed to want to do, the good thing, the right thing. So
Yeah.
I believe you.
All matters if they believe us.
Yeah. I've met them before. Sticks all the way up the ass.
I know.
Mhm, mhm.
At that
Literal
moment-
trees.
Lights from the circle in the center of the room, and thus appears.
Adrian just hears literally trees.
Yes. As there are a handful of watchers there behind Adrian.
And you can just catch Adrian just talking to a female watcher. And then she showed up to me and Chuck's table and took me up to my suite and just we did dirty. It was crazy. Women never approach me in Vasselheim. It's so new. Oh, we're here.
Somewhere sent us nosebleeds.
All right. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Surrender any weapons you have to the watchers here, and you'll get them back as soon as we can straighten out the stories, huh?
Fine.
Have any weapons?
Oh,
I mean, your bracelet.
you won't be able to cast while you're in the cradle, but
Okay.
we'll be fine.
So yeah, I have 2 daggers and a hand axe for some reason.
I have a dagger and a crossbow.
I have to give away all my stuff. Okay, yeah.
Not in the inventory, but just
Yeah.
eater of the mind type shit,
Yes, we hand over all of our.
I'll begrudgingly hand over my axe.
I'd like to think if Volkar is here, you would just hand him over.
For the greater good.
Kalis told me one of you
Oh.
have a tablet given to him or given to your group by the siren. Who has it?
I'll hand it
Ouch.
over.
Hold out my hand. Thank you. All right. Step onto the portal and let's get going, huh?
That's
And
good.
with that, unless anyone wants to like try and strangle Adrian right now or something,
Just don't break the bracelet. It's my focus, but it's also a sentimental item.
Oh, I already snapped it
You
in half.
say,
I'm so sorry. This
yeah,
is
yeah. You say to a watcher who does not give a fuck, just like shoves it in a bag unceremoniously. And with that, you all teleport. And at this point, Kalis, you have been brought to a new room. It's more akin to a courtroom. And you get the sense that the way it's designed is to make you feel as small as possible, and as close to the scrutinous eyes of the Prime Eye herself. And there are also two other figures sat on either side, one on either side of her. One is a high elf who looks like he's so far up his own ass he makes Mirka seem agreeable. Just this very, very typical, Lord of the Rings looking elf. And the other one is a half-elf female. And she has this weird kind of like faux hawkish hair that kind of comes down to like almost a mullet, like almost like a little hipster thing going on weirdly. But I'll spare the rest of the description there. They both look very serious. And Kalis, actually give me a history check.
Oh, that's not bad. That is a good first roll of the night. That is a 19.
You know that the half-elf female is Gwyn Reese, and she is in charge of the Arathian prison, which you forget what they call it in Elvish, but you know that it essentially, the name translates to place of the unwelcome. And
Hands up.
yeah, you don't really you don't know too much about her except what she does, and that you probably don't want to be sitting where you're sitting right now in relation to her. The other guy, you have no idea who he is. And after a few minutes, Adrian comes back in with I'll say we have an implied Milo here. It's probably really good that Milo's not here, though. let's be honest about that.
God.
Milo's your
Just
lawyer.
gonna...
Oh, dear.
Imagine how bad that would have gone.
Throw me in
But
jail
Honor,
right
we're taking
away.
death sentence.
the rest of you are brought in.
He haggles up to the death sentence.
Yeah.
Yes.
20 years.
Oh, that's all you got? You're all brought in with an implied Milo. And you are sat all spaced just far enough apart from each other to feel isolated, though in a row in the front. And Garrison is not here. You notice that. And there are a handful of watchers around the outside. There is the Prime Eye. There is Gwyn Reese. There's this other dude. There is Adrian. That is it.
How big is this place? Like, can you...
It's pretty big. Like, this could fit a couple hundred people easily. This is a big place, yeah. And it feels very empty with you all just spaced out in the front.
Is this like a big hall? Or is this kind of more like is it like a circular room, big hall? I'm just curious.
More circular, kind of.
Okay.
Um,
and I'm standing in the middle of this
yeah.
thing.
You are middle front-ish.
Middle front?
You're not super far from the Prime Eye. You're close enough to always be aware of exactly where she is scowling.
All of us are in, or just Kalis?
You are all being brought in at this moment.
Okay.
And spaced out, you can sit if you would like. And Adrian, you can take your place off to the side. You know where that would be, kind of between the two groups there. She waits till you're all there.
My seat, would they be behind me, the Lawmasters, or would they be like to my side?
A little bit of both. It's kind of like your position, so like you can look out, and like to your left would be Kalis and the rest, and to the right would be the others. But you're like a little bit higher up than Kalis and whatnot.
Gives me good visual.
Yes, exactly. And the Prime Eye lets the silence hang for entirely too long. Just slowly eyes boring into each of you. To begin, introduce yourselves as fully as is possible. And you see that the stuffy-looking elf dude is already writing down every single word that she's saying. And she looks first to Kalis.
Everything. Like my entire title? Everything? Oh. Okay.
Your name.
Kalis of Drakenheim.
Your rank?
Knight Paladin of the Order of Bahamut.
Which chapter?
The Azure Devils.
Her eyes move to Derek.
Eric Amber Oak. I guess I'm from the Three-Wing Caravan.
You guess. This is not a place for guessing.
I am from the Three-Wing Caravan.
Over to Quilly.
Quilly of the Phalans? That's it.
Eyes already moved over to Tinny.
Vestinia Igvarasan from Zyphus.
Before we proceed, it is to be stated that one cannot physically utter a lie in this place. If one tries, I will know, and said individual will experience incredible pain. Seeker Findae, as you have brought these individuals before me, where do you suggest questions begin?
In Elvish, I'll respond back with Fort Thunderhead is where this group story seems to have really began. And as you see in my report, they came across two very suspect individuals.
She nods very slightly at you.
Oh, and also
So-
walk up and hand her the tablet.
Passes that off to Lawmaster Dorgella on the side, and he begins doing his thing there, but still paying attention. Let us begin then with Fort Thunderhead. Which of you were present for said events? Kalis of Drakenheim, as we have already heard your account. Looks to the other two. I would like to hear from the others. Derek. What brought your group to Fort Thunderhead?
My group took a job from America to investigate null sightings, in which we tracking the nulls, their movements. It appeared that they were amassing up north, which we later learned was Fort Thunderhead. And we chose to follow to see why they were heading over there or what was calling them.
And what did you find?
Once we were able to get into the fort, we found that they were performing some kind of ritual in which we attempted to stop, but unfortunately was not able to succeed. And then the ritual completed and summoned forth one of the entities that Kalis talked about. Which then that entity, which I do not recall his name, proceeded to kill off the remaining gnolls and was about to attack us until the entity we know as the Siren stopped him and convinced him to leave us. I'm assuming she made him think that she was gonna kill us. And then she proceeded to give us the task.
Quilly, can you
Yeah, he said-
confirm this all to be correct?
Yeah, that's about it.
Are there any further details which you have to add?
She gave us really fucked up dreams. That's really the only other thing that I could think of.
See her eyes
But
flick
yeah.
to Kalis. This is the first we hear of dreams. Detail me.
Well, they were all. Some of them weren't that fucked. I mean, I don't really know. All I know is I experienced the worst memory of my life again. But they may vary. I feel like it was more of a, threat kind of thing. I don't know the siren's thinking on that, but yeah, we all saw different things.
May I interject, Mother, in Elvish,
Proceed.
in common? Of the three of you that are in this room, is there anybody else not present today that were at Fort Thunderhead with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was
Who might they be?
an elf named Aaron and another Asmar by the name of Volkar.
Was Milo there?
Yes.
He was as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Thought he was in the room with us. So.
Did any of the three of them experience these dreams as well?
I believe so.
And were they discussed amongst your group?
Yes.
Okay. And what dreams did these three have? Do you remember?
One said, Volkar, the big fellow, said he was at the Battle of Fort Thunderhead, like, as it was happening.
Uh-huh.
The other, that's the one where it's like, it's not so bad as the others. He said that he saw his sister, I think.
Uh-huh.
Something along that line.
Uh-huh.
Who is the other?
The other,
Theron?
Theron? Yes.
Yes, we use names here.
My bad.
The thief, Milo. Did you have any dreams?
Is he not here? Like, sorry, like
He's
like,
implied here,
he's implied.
but
Are
because
we
we don't
speaking
have
for
him, and I don't
Yeah,
want to
okay.
speak for him, I'm gonna leave you guys to
That's fine.
speak for him because it's honestly in your best interest if Milo keeps his mouth shut. So we'll suspend reality a little bit.
Okay. So this siren brought out the worst memories in your minds, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then in Elvish, I'll speak back to the Prime Eye. Is it possible it was trying to root some sort of corruption in their minds?
Also in Elvish. Yes, very likely. It is concerning. And it is concerning we only hear of it now.
Back in Elvish, I will say. That's the only questions I have for now.
Which is back to common. This Theron and Volkar. Please provide any other identifying information. But this is not much to go off.
Well, Volkar's big, angry, all the time, always committing like a little bit of crime.
Really? Where's he from?
Oh, I don't know.
He was from some area of northern Dohoroth, if I remember correctly.
What does he do? Other than crime.
He was at one point a follower of the god Cord.
See many of those up here.
No.
Interesting. Theron.
Oh, he was a member of the Cobalt Soul. And apparently he's like very old, and he was at that big war, Cerro Lunith. But I think he spent some time
Adrian,
in the
you catch a
Feywild.
look on your mother's face that no one else could possibly catch of just like it's kind of the look you get when you're dealing with a really stupid customer. Because in her eyes, what Quilly just said is like, it's close enough, but it's so wrong that it kind of pains her. You just catch the slightest look of frustration on her face, but she does not interject. Cobalt Soul, you say? Good. So, if I'm to understand correctly, you take a job to find gnolls, you track them to Fort Thunderhead. You arrive to the scene of a ritual. You attempt to stop it. You fail. And upon the successful completion of the ritual, 2 entities are summoned from a location which you do not know. One of them with a large blade. The other of particularly alien features. And you are all presented from said siren with dreams more akin to nightmares. Please walk me through the rest of this encounter. Derek.
After that, she gave us a tablet and instructions to go to the pit to find some orb and then go to Petra's Eye, where it said ritual for a loaf was going to take place.
Is there a name for this cult? Or any other identifying factors?
Uh, no name for the cult, but she did name an individual.
Numa?
Snuma.
A Fletcher's eye.
Fletcher's eye, yeah.
Lord Numa, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
She looks over at Adrian very briefly. Adrian, you catch the look of, that's very interesting. And if I may sway things a bit from fact to opinion on your part, what about this situation compelled you to not only keep this a secret from your own gods, for those who have them, from the city, from the entire realm of Exandria, and furthermore, compelled you to agree? Kalis of Drakenheim, please speak on this matter.
Well, first, there was some conversation regarding the actual validity of what she was telling us. As to why we should, trust what she's saying. And there was no concrete answer. Just as if we were to nip this little problem in the bud, then it would be in our best interest to do this. And I understand how poorly this frames us. But as my two other companions can tell you, it's the events that which took place in Fort Thunderhead. They led us to thinking that why would this siren save us? So put us in such a position as to ruin the ascension of a deity that they might or might not support. And furthermore, I do not doubt in any aspect that this siren very much is just a creature of chaos and wishes to foil her brother's plans at all costs. I wholeheartedly believe that. Now, was it foolish of me, as well as Derek, Quilly, and the rest of us, to believe it? Probably. But the only answer that I can give you as to why we did it is because at the time it felt like the most sensible option.
She leans over and says something in Elvish quietly to Gwyn. Adrian, you hear she asks, "And what's your read?" "Yeah, he thinks he's being honest. Good enough for now." Raimai straightens up again. "And with a member of the Cobalt Soul amongst your ranks, did you not find it suitable to learn more?"
Well, we did slightly regarding the siren. But to be fair, I was not the member who was instructed to search for the information. That was indeed Darren, and he is no longer with us at this moment in time. So he would have been the party member to ask in this situation.
Did he share any of his findings? And do you know if there's anyone else in the Soul who could speak on this matter?
Regarding your first question, he did tell us the nature of the siren and her brother.
Kalis, let's redirect here. Let me ask you a more plain question. Where would Theron have gotten this information?
This is where I was going to. It was from Lulu of the Cobalt Soul.
Understood. And what was the information? Best you can remember.
Now, I'll be brutally honest. There's not much I do remember from the descriptions. My goal at this point was to get the jobs done at such a rate as to be over with this mess. And that is the truth.
Derek, Quilly. In that order, do either of you remember more of the information?
No.
No.
We shall speak with Lulu then. Now, for the next large point of order in your story, why is it this Volkar and Theron are no longer among your ranks? And where might we find them, if you know?
Personal grievances.
Well, they left us when we were still in Sand Throne. We had an altercation in the arms of Elysium, where a great number of us died. And those two, specifically Volkar, was the cause of Theron's death, and that was not the best. So yeah, they left on bad terms. When we were asleep, though.
No indication of where either are. Is that correct?
Volkar wandered off into the desert, and
Theron was dropped off in Vasselheim, I believe.
At what point in this story am I to understand Festinia enters? Before I proceed with questions on the arms of Elysium.
Well,
She has a voice.
Well, actually, I was with them when we went to the Arms of Elysium. It was sort of a journey for me. They contracted an airship under Zenta's employ. I am under Zenta's employ, and I was to accompany them, or they were to accompany me there to try to recover an artifact.
Who is this Zentha?
She is Lady Zenta Weiseven,
Of
also of Cyphus.
Typhus. So, what happened between said events Fort Thunderhead, the Siren. I am to understand that you returned rather directly back to Vasselheim. Kalis, I know you spoke with Garrison. I suppose on that note, what did you tell him?
Oh, for Thunderhead.
Yes.
And to Garrison's credit, I kept it very brief. I had mentioned that there was an issue of great importance that required us to have some kind of reason as to being in Fletcher's eye. Whereby, as a trusted friend and a mentor, that he knew that I would not tell him anything in such a way that would necessitate more of an answer than he needed. The information that I gave him was very sparse. Just that we needed to go to Fletcher's Eye and that my group needed an alibi, if you will.
Well, Kalis of Drakenheim, Archguardian Daylor has spoken on the matter. And it seems you did mention, quote, a woman called the Siren. The cult of Lolth. And, quote, to not report a single thing to the Prime Architect. And specifically the date by which this ritual must be complete. Is this correct?
I guess it doesn't exactly sound so sparse when you say it like that.
No,
No.
Kalis of Drakenheim, it does not.
Yes, that's correct.
Is there anything else I should know about this interaction?
Not that I remember.
Archguardian Daylor, Lulu from the Cobalt Soul. What of Mirka? Was he told anything?
No.
Would anyone else have knowledge of the situation?
Yes.
And who may that be?
I'll look at Quilly.
Gonna look away.
Lila. The keeper of the graveyard within Vasselheim is privy to this information.
The Dead House.
Correct.
Understood. She looks over to Adrian. What do you know of this keeper?
In Elvish Elsie, nothing really. Not exactly an area that of town I frequent.
Also in Elvish. Nothing from them?
No.
First time you're hearing the name. Understood. So now this brings us to how exactly you find yourselves from Vasselheim to Sandthrone and the arms of Elysium. Whoever wishes to speak on this may do so, for I seem to be missing some information here.
Well, another one of our members, I keep forgetting Milo's in the room.
We can banish him. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be less confusing. He's banished. He's gone.
We'll clean the toilets.
Yeah. To our understanding, Milo, small gnomish fellow, has a thing for stealing things. Attempted to
He's a
rob.
halfling, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just anyway,
Feeling
continue.
short hating right here.
Yep.
And they all look the same. They're all gnomes.
Yeah. He attempted to burglarize Zilphine. Very powerful. The architect here, I believe.
Yes, we are well acquainted.
Yeah. And that didn't go so great. He kind of failed. And so he was tasked with I don't know, to go to the Arms Elysium, and then eventually when we went to go speak for him, we kind of got wrapped in the same boat, and she collected our blood.
Zilphine tasked him with the arms of Elysium.
Well, maybe not the Arms of Elysium, the museum.
What Zilphine?
Derek, speak.
God damn it, yeah.
Okay. What Zilphine said is that she had a rival in Scarleton, and that we needed to make a distraction for her, so to keep him busy.
Name?
The Dragonborn.
Amphiid.
Or Sashi.
Feed, yeah.
As you say Amphiid, you see she looks... You see her eyebrow moves a little bit, as if that has piqued her curiosity, but continue.
We later learned it was some kind of test for Milo. That's getting ahead of the story.
Hmm.
So, tasked him, and by extension us, go make a distraction while some shipment went through her. That's what she told us. So, and then he pointed us to the Deer Sentinel as a means of transportation to Scarleton. And that is where we met
Oh, you're kind of
Tinny
cutting out for
here.
me.
She chartered the Deer Sentinel to take us to Scarleton. That is where we met Zentha and Tinny. I almost said Zilphine because you like
yeah. Hey man, elves. It wouldn't be elves if it was easy.
And as part of that charter, we were to help Zentha and at Tinny to go to the Arms of Elysium.
Interesting agreement. Vestinia. You mentioned the arms of Elysium was a personal objective.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I don't know how much you know about the Zyphus, but back there, my parents and I think a great many other tieflings maybe are sick. We thought it was a disease at first, but recently we learned that it's some sort of parasite that seems to only affect those with infernal blood. While we were on the way to Sandthrone, I think, I got knocked out for a bit, so I'm not sure. I found out that I was also sick with presumably the same thing, but so it sort of became it sort of escalated the timetable, maybe. All we really knew about the Arms of Elysium was that it was supposedly some sort of temple or ruins of the Everlight, and contained some sort of powerful healing that we thought maybe could help, because it has been a long time and we haven't been able to find a cure yet, so that's why.
I see on the information gathered by Seeker Findae that the Arms of Elysium appears to have been quite an exciting experience for those involved. Justinia, tell me what happened inside.
Oh gosh, there's a lot. So we snuck in through a back door in some very, very narrow tunnels, almost got stuck a lot. And inside there were, I don't know, a lot of like sick creatures. My assumption is perhaps, they were drawn to the healing energy of the place. But as we got sort of further in, things started to sort of feel off. Like, Kalis, I think, was the most privy to it with, being able to sense things. But it was like very full of celestial things, but not. Like, we encountered a Pegasus that was, I don't know, barely kept alive, but it was like overgrown with this like red, tenderly corruption kind of stuff. It was really terrible. And while I was in there, I kept feeling this pull. I kept feeling weird visions, like in the place. I don't know what it was caused by, but eventually we came upon this final chamber, I suppose. Something was pulling me and it was there, and this corrupted angel, Deva, I don't know. Actually, he looked a lot like this thing in the museum.
Quick question. Would Derek been able to make the connection from the when we learned about the museum to what we fought in the
I am gonna say, if he hadn't, he would probably be making it right now.
Okay.
This guy called, it's a lot of Y's, Ilwidin, the Redeemer, I think he was a champion or something of the Everlight. But he was there with like an eyeball growing out of his face, and with that same like weird red, bloody, corruption-y thing. And
Or also, let's say there was also 3 other creatures there.
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
I guess, blood elemental or some blob of blood creature.
There was like this big like blood elemental that came up out of the ground, and then another was like this bone hand that like ended up crushing there, and then another was like this like angel that kept on singing, but it wasn't like the nice kind of singing. It was like singing that would hurt you, And then in the very center was like this fountain that had a big eyeball on it that was like holding something that was again covered in all of that red stuff. So we walked in and, well, it attacked us and we all started fighting and it did not go well. Like 4 of us died. But and then that's where it got fuzzy because I was dead and then came back as like a zombie sort of thing. But I think
By
with
what
the
mechanism have the 4 of you, who once were deceased and now are not, came to be alive again?
Little clarification. Everyone was killed except for me and Quilly. I was on death's door, and somehow the Everlight channeled her power through Quilly.
She lent me her abilities to destroy her former champion. And at the end, I begged her to save my friends' lives.
And she did.
Yes. And I still feel her energy.
Stops for a solid minute thinking. The lady would like to confirm this. Your eyes flash for a second. Everything goes dark for about a second and a half. And when it appears, the same half-elven female form Kayla Saul is just directly in front of you, Quilly. And as you look into her eyes, it is like your sense of time and self blur and vanish. For everyone else, this is about 5 seconds. For Quilly, this could have been 3 weeks. You have no idea. And you just feel everything that happened replaying again. And then again. And then again. And each time you can feel its focus on different things, visual things and sensations within you. Suddenly it's done. Turns her head to look at the prime eye. Nods. And it's just gone. The Everlight. I must admit, that is extremely important news.
Yeah.
And the first thing you've said this evening, which hasn't made me want to tear my own hair from my scalp. So what happens then?
Well, after Quilly defeated a former champion, I was the only one still standing. Quilly was unconscious. And from what I remember, flesh eye thing around what I can only assume was the the was it tears of what?
tear, yeah.
Tear?
The Ever
The
Tear.
flesh ever tear. The flesh around that receded and ever tear crumbled to pieces. Then, if I'm remembering this right, I'm guessing tears or energy gained from my fallen companions, able to form something new. It wasn't the Evertier, but I could only assume a lesser version of it. It's with, well, after we were able to get out, it was with that we were able to expel the parasite from Tinny.
And where was Lady Wisehaven during these events if she was not with you?
She was dealing with like a bunch of wizards and like I don't know the details, but some sort of a conference. It might have been about the Arms of Elysium.
Understood. How, then, do you get from the Arms of Elysium to Scarleton? For as was stated earlier, as punishment for a failed burglary attempt by one of yours on Miss Safiel, you were to go to Scarleton to disrupt the exhibition of time and Mr. Morsashi. Is this correct?
Yes.
From what we were told, yes. After the fight, Zentha, Zentha was able to teleport us out of there and back onto the Deer Sentinel. From there, we went to Scarleton. When we ended, that is when we met Valafar. A stowaway on the ship the whole time.
Stowaway.
Yes.
From Sand Throne to Scarleton.
I actually don't know how long he was on there,
Yeah.
but we believe so. Yes.
There were no other stops between.
Between Sandra and Scarleton, no.
I don't think
No.
so. No.
Anthrone was our only. Was it our only stop? Yeah, it was. And after a tense confrontation with Valafar, between Valafar and Zentha, she decided to treat us all at the. I
Velvet
am
Star.
blanking on these names. Velvet Star.
What are names?
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
names. You're doing great. You are doing great.
Yeah. So, during our time at the Velvet Star, that is when we met Adrian over here.
For like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds.
In
and
Elvish, I will say I was a bit preoccupied that night.
She responds, "Yes, Chuck informed me."
Snitch.
Is that in Elvish or Common?
Yeah, that was Elvish.
All of it Elvish, yeah.
Okay, so-
Anytime they're talking to each other, it's Elvish.
Okay. And then Zentha took Adrian back up to his room. And we spent the night there. And that's when the next morning. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Next morning, that's when Tinny left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next morning, Zentha and Tinny left with the new Evertier back to their home. From
Zyphus.
there, yes. And there, we went back inside and met with Adrian, who told us about the about the coins that he wanted to retrieve at the museum.
And if I am to believe correctly, he then proceeded to hire you following... Her eyes
Yes.
look over at him very, very briefly. Standard procedures.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I wrong to assume, Seeker Findae, that your reasoning for hiring them might have had something to do with their destination and yours lining up? If so, how did you know this?
I'll reply back to her. I kept the information on the coins to a bare minimum, paid them a lot of money to incentivize them to do the job. They did not know much about the coins other than the fact that I really needed it. It was only after the fiasco on the second floor that I revealed more about it to them. As far as they understood, it would have been a simple smash and grab. Nothing that they weren't already being hired for anyways.
And how did you know that they were hired for such a thing?
Santa likes to talk.
Understood. Now I am fairly clear on the rest of the details of the evening. There is one more thing I would like to ask about. Kalis of Drakenheim. The mark you now bear, it's not a very good look. Now I have what you've told Adrian. However, it seems on our more thorough pass through the events, more information has unfolded on a variety of topics. I would like you to repeat it to me. What happened that gave you that mark?
During...
If I may, before he speaks, so you know he's telling the truth. I was right there next to him. I saw him stick his hand inside the eyeball mound, being pushed out of it. I'm assuming he did it because we were running out of options. Then I believe he muttered some curses and stuck his hand in again.
And that is all you saw.
As I didn't.
Did you see
Said
the
he
mark
had some-
appear?
I see. What did I sign up here?
Second time, probably. Is it my face was a bloody mess.
The roll has determined that you didn't catch the moment it happened, because there was a lot going
I
on,
saw
but
it-
you did notice
saw
it
it after.
shortly thereafter, yes.
Okay.
Well, what he says is correct. I did put my hand into the eye twice. On the first attempt, I did notice that it was Grumsh. The one-eyed betrayer god.
You saw him.
I did. Or at least some spectral version of him. I don't exactly know the details, but from what I recall, it was him.
And then you swore eternal personal vengeance against him.
Yeah, sounds kind of badass, doesn't it?
It sounds incredibly foolish.
Well,
If he were not using you as his eye this time that has passed since, I assume he would have killed you already.
Probably.
It is extremely fortunate for you that the lawbearer has done what she has done. I commend your bravery, though I question your decision-making.
But you do have to realize there were not many options. My friends were dying. Someone very important to me was on the brink of being irretrievable from a sickness that we were hell-bent on curing. So yes, I decided that my well-being was secondary to the well-being of my friends.
And what of your decision to keep this information from us in the first place? Or swearing eternal personal vengeance on a betrayer god is only the second most foolish thing you've done in these events. However, I am not here to berate you of it. I need the information, and that is all. Seeker Findae tells me you all fought very valiantly to stop this Valafar. He said it seemed to be fairly close.
Very close.
Seeker Findae, do you have anything else to add or any further questions?
None.
Lawmasters?
If I just say one, just to clarify, during the museum tour after we got in, we learned that what Zentha sent us on was more or less a test for Milo.
Sylvian, I'll give you that one. Yeah. Yes, I'm afraid I shall have my own discussion with her on the matter.
And Humphrey, or I can't want to say Humphrey.
Humphrey?
Amphied.
Amphied.
Amphied was in on it the entire time.
Amphied has already been dealt with. Let's just say he will never gather another magical artifact or cast a spell again for the rest of his life. Don't need to worry about him. He's paid for his mistakes.
Yes, payment has only just begun, I'm afraid. Now, I don't usually offer such liberty. However, in such a dynamic situation as this, do any of you have anything else to tell me? Keeping in mind that if we find information to be lacking, we will need to repeat this process, and it won't be in such isolated circumstances. This is a rare opportunity. Speak now if you must.
Only other thing in the Arms of Elysium, there was this serpentine creature that was sitting in front of the temple. It was old and on the verge of death. Kalis and I spoke to it. And when I spoke to it, the most I remember was just gave me a message to protect the truth. To clarify, I asked it if it knew anything about the Coatls.
Are these coatls and your interest therein necessary for further understanding of the events?
No, I just wanted to be transparent as possible.
Understood. By what means did you communicate with this serpentine creature?
Spoke to us in Celestial, which Kalius and I know.
Interesting. I appreciate the honesty. He looks to the other three to see if anyone seems to be preparing to speak, or if you have the same sheepish faces on your characters as you do yourselves.
No, because I've got nothing more to say.
I believe I have heard enough for now. He says to Adrian, bring them to 17, get them trackers. We'll need some time. You'll be very busy this week. And the switch is back to common. You're all allowed to leave. However, you shan't be allowed to leave the city until we conclude our investigation. We have a lot of information to consider, and the events you speak of are dire of consequence. And as such, it is crucial that we move forward with the most well thought out of intentions. You will be provided a place to stay. You are allowed to leave and roam the city as you would like. You will be tracked only so far as we need to know if you attempt to leave Vasselheim. When we are ready, you shall be summoned once again. That is all. Lawmasters, are you satisfied? They both whisper to her. He nods. Seeker Findae. You may see them out.
Very well. I'll stand up, lead the group out.
And with that, let's take our break.
Oh, God.
It's been a little while. And we are back. So essentially, you guys are brought to sort of a safe house. Less of a safe house and more of a, you guys have to check in here at least once a day until further notice, don't leave town sort of thing. And it's still pretty bright and early at this point. Stuff started kind of right away. I would say it's probably by the time Adrian shows you over there and gets you loosely set up.
I also pay them for the job, the 200 platinum. That was
You are paid.
remaining.
You are in fact paid. So do with that what you will. And I would say it's probably, with all that stuff, like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning on the 5th. And you have not been told how long you are in Don't Leave Town mode. So I will ask you all, what would you like to do with our first week?
Shit.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
We'll stay on day 5 for now. We'll go through all that stuff. But just understand that is the time frame we are now beginning to operate in.
Okay.
Can I go visit? Can I go visit Garrison? If he's anywhere in the city?
You're fucking expelled! No, I'm just joking.
Sure.
Just
You are hereby
Nope.
banned.
that's 500 gold between the 4 of us.
Fuck Milo.
Not here.
Fuck him. I'll let you guys hash that out later. He'll probably steal it from me anyway.
Yeah.
I try. I will say, before you pick up with Kalis trying to find Garrison, is there any other
Check this
immediate stuff
up.
anyone wants to do? Go ahead, Derek.
Okay. Is Milo with us or is he like off?
So
Like
Afterward,
Zilfian?
he is actually with respect to Zilfians, is canonically how this happens.
Okay.
It seems that whatever relationship exists between her and the Cradle, they trust that she will be at least as stern in her watch of him as they will be with the rest of you. So do with that what you will. But before we pick up with Kalis,
that's
Adrian, do you have
400
any?
gold each.
You have a talk with anyone? You have anything? Does anyone in the immediate party want to, like, as you're setting up in the house, decompress a little bit? Is there anything I should know of?
I would imagine Adrian doesn't spend much time with the group during this week because he's working. So if there's any conversations you want to have before he fucking takes off, I'm open to it. But outside of that, Adrian's going to spend most of his week at the Cradle.
For sure.
Okay, just to make a correction, it's 400 gold each with that remaining 400 to be decided later.
Good.
Set aside for now.
Nothing? We going to Kalis?
Okay,
I
sorry,
think
what was
during
the
that
question now?
week, the thing is, like, I don't know if Quilly could go visit Lila because she's like on like the outskirts of town. isn't she?
She's definitely in the city.
Okay, okay.
I was just wondering, like, because Kalis is going right after this to try and find Garrison.
Yeah.
I imagine day 5 or the 5th is still going to have a lot of conversations to be had, but it's just saying that we will have a week that we will be covering. But if there's nothing immediate, then we'll pick up
nothing
with
immediate.
Kalis. Okay.
Other just.
Well, if you're not sure, then
no,
you got a
not
little bit of
sure
time to
yet.
think. Kalis, your first attempt to find Garrison, I imagine not very long after that. It seems he is still at the Cradle. and you are told to come back probably 3 or 4 hours later, check again if he's there. And assuming you do find him in his office per usual. And I'll say doors actually open this time. He sat at his desk.
Doing anything?
A lot of paperwork.
Paperwork? Okay, so
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
He's going to town on this punching bag that has like a blonde ASMR's face on it. It's crazy as fuck, man.
What kind of?
He doesn't look happy, you know.
Yeah, I'll kind of knock on the door.
He looks up. Come on.
I'll walk in and it's like, did you want me to close the door or keep it open?
You should probably close it.
Well,
Yeah.
Closed.
Just Kayla's in the face.
How you doing? Huh?
Well, I wasn't exactly expecting the events of today to transpire the way they did, but could be better, all things considered.
Yeah, it could be a lot fucking worse, huh?
You are right there. It could be a lot worse.
And I'll describe Garrison for Melody. He is a Goliath male. On the short side, he looks more human than Goliath in some ways. Like his skin tone is definitely more pinkish than gray. He's big. I think he's like 6'9" if I remember correct. Just huge built dude. And he is a total badass, but he has a desk job now and he kind of hates it. So let that flavor that. And he's covered in these silver tattoos of a dragon around his entire body that comes up till the jaw is open like it's clamping around his head. And he has a platinum coin with the symbol of Bahamut embedded in his forehead. His appearance and his demeanor are quite a dichotomy. Yeah, look. I'm not upset with you or anything, you know, I'm just a lot of other stuff going on right now. This is not really, you know, he motions to the fucking mountain of paperwork he's already going through, and now you see he's dealing with shit with the cradle. I'm afraid I do have some paperwork for you, though.
For me?
Yeah. Word from above. They said our relationship is gonna keep clouding my judgment. They're transferring you.
What do you mean they're transferring me? To whom?
Well, you got a bit of a choice. You got a little bit of time to make it. You got, I know you're gonna think this is a joke, it's not. You got the Golden Girls. You got the Void Seraphs, Scimitars, Sovereign Shields, the Skyhounds. I don't know how much you like dogs, but hey man, they're pretty badass. And the Wraiths, weirdly enough. Sure, Umbra could teach you to stop clanging around the place a bit. And,
So,
yeah. It's easier to move you than me, you know? Unfortunately.
Okay.
And just to be clear, this is my punishment. This is not yours.
And that's fair, I guess, man. Fuck!
Yeah, I know.
Supposed to be... It wasn't supposed to be this way.
I know you're trying to do the right thing. You got till the 27th. Actually, the 26th, I guess. 27th, Marquis being appointed, and they're gonna have all hands on deck, and they're gonna want you in your new armor for it.
In my new armor. It's gonna be strange to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it fucking is.
Well, they really gave me the Golden Girls as an option. Really?
It's the Golden Girls gave you the option. You know, it was sort of
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. I mean, hey, you're Griffin's Bane, you know, you still gotta look, okay? They can't be that upset upstairs. 'Cause you're being transferred. Nothing more. Alright?
Yeah, I guess you're right. At least I'm not demoted or something.
Or much worse. You know, trust me, you're not going to jail. Alright? They're not gonna lock you up. It was probably the best outcome we could have expected.
Was Emmy upset?
I mean, not with you. You know, the news isn't great. He's upset with me. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah, my reputation ain't that great anymore. So, that'll be good to deal with. I made a call. I know I said it was on you, but yeah, it just didn't feel right. Look, they gotta tighten stuff up. I mean, we got the marquee, we got all this shit overseas, you know, they can't be having questions about me and if I'm gonna be, you know, doing my job right. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about, a transfer. Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
So, this is gonna... We're gonna have to part ways,
I mean, look, it's not you, it's me. We can still be friends, you know, we can still go drink together and tell stories and hold hands and dance in the fucking flowers. Yeah, man, I don't got any... You're my little brother, alright? But, I don't expect you'll be putting your feet on my desk anytime soon.
Fuck it one last time, and then I'm gonna, like, quickly, like, jog to the chair and, like, throw my feet up, and then I'll take him back down.
You can see there's a moment where he, like, wants to, but he's like, if I fuck up all this paperwork and how it's organized, so he just... Yeah, there is one big upside to this whole thing.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with my shit anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with your shit anymore. And hey, now you can go get someone else in trouble. I'm sorry, that was a joke. That was literally a joke, you know?
A bit too soon.
I know, but like Golden Girls, you know? You could go fuck with them.
That'd be a wild ride.
Yeah, I'm sure Stella Luna would,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she would fucking kill you.
It'd be funny, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you should have seen the shit I used to pull. It was... Why do you think they moved me up the ladder? Yeah, less time on the ground.
Is this transfer permanent?
I mean, who the fuck knows? There's so many details going on right now. I mean, I would hope not. Again, they're not trying to punish you, but...
I know. So would that make me the first ever male member of the Radiant Blades in its history?
Second, actually,
Second?
yeah. Yeah, there was
Who's the
one. There was a whole thing with this transmutation and shit, and after a while they, like, found out, and it was pretty bad.
Shit.
Yeah, it turns out when you, you know, dispel, you know, zone magic, you walk in there, you get, you know, it comes back, people find out. It was a weird situation from what I heard. So, you know, I probably don't make that your legacy, you know.
Yeah, no, that's not exactly the plan. Well, I'll get back to you in a week. I should have it decided by then.
All right. Well, I'm afraid you won't be telling me. You'll be telling your new boss. And the reason it was me instead of Richter. He's overseas right now. So he didn't leave you out there dry. He's doing stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Haven't exactly seen him a lot lately, anyways. So.
No, I haven't either. But he'll be back for the ceremony. Seems like they're bringing most people back. So.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah, I hope you haven't forgotten how to salute.
No, fuck. Never.
Yeah, shine the boots up for it, but. Crowbar, right? That's where you've been hanging out, right?
Yeah, it's been home base.
Yeah. I'll see you there.
I'd like that.
And he stands up and gives you the manliest Schwarzenegger handshake ever to happen, and then he pulls you into a hug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was.
Then
After a
racism
couple
was
seconds. He steps back. Your hair is at this like real awkward length right now, you know, it's like it's not long enough, it's not short enough. You might wanna, you know.
I think I might keep growing it a bit more. Oh, you should meet someone actually. I think you'd like them. Specifically, I think you'd like her. Her name's Tinny.
Like, I'm sorry, are you trying to set me up with someone right now? It's just the way you said it was like a little... I don't know. What are you getting at?
No, if I would ever try to set you up with someone, unfortunately, you know who it would be. I know you guys have you guys have a
Yeah,
pass,
I'll make sure to tell Stella Luna to come give you the full pamphlet on why you should join the Golden Girls. Get out of my office. I'll see you around.
I will do.
You did
and
good.
Before I leave, just like, I'm kind of like out of frame of the door. He's like, Garrison?
He just waits.
I love you.
Yeah, you
run down the
better.
hall. Make sure he doesn't come out and kick my ass.
So he sits back down heavily, face palms a little bit at all the paperwork he still has to do, shakes off a not so fun conversation and day, and proceeds with his work.
So I'm just imagining Kalis having armor with the cast of the Golden Girls on his chest.
Kalis, you run off, you turn the corner, and you just slam right into Stella Luna.
I kind of like... Fuck, I totally forgot. How, can you describe Stella Luna for me?
Yeah. Let me go back to our 30-page document.
Only 30 pages.
Yeah, only 30 pages.
6,500 words long?
Oh no,
there
I
we go.
closed it. Hang on. Give me a second here. I don't want to get this wrong.
Take a week to load up again.
Yeah, right. So I don't know all these characters
Okay.
offhand. Alright, there she is. Yeah, so she is a big ass female dragonborn. She's like 6'2", he's kind of golden scaled skin. 2 horns that kind of come straight back and like hook around the back of her head. Eyes of this yellowish gold coloration. And she is just a hulk of muscle and efficiency of movement. And she's actually currently not in her armor, weirdly. Though it feels like it when you slam into her. And she just kind of stops and smiles at you expectantly for a second.
Stella?
Griffin's Bane.
I I haven't seen you
Yes.
since
yes,
that
you
little
haven't.
since that little thing in the courtyard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that your little group attracted some or was interested in acquiring my services.
Yes, the little group might be interested.
Hmm. I just like to say I'm not exactly like I don't fit your criteria of employment of your recruitment. I'm gonna be perfectly
Oh,
honest.
we can work on that.
I don't exactly want to know, but I'd like to say
It's a joke.
oh, okay.
Relax.
Sorry, you're not
Goodness, you
exact.
devils. Ugh.
That's
Look,
fair. I
your
guess, yeah.
reputation has gotten a little bit out of hand. We love that. Big, shining, radiant Griffin's Bane. Perfect addition.
You might have to call yourselves the Golden Girls +1. I don't exactly fit that.
Oh,
Description.
lay off it. You don't have to be so manly all the time.
No, I guess not. But
Is there something wrong with being a girl?
no.
No.
Matter of fact, all of you are very capable in your profession, so I do admire you for that, but a bit stern at times,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess it's understandable.
Yes, and it seems you may need a stern hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd just like to let you know that I probably will take you up on your offer. I respect you guys heavily.
You girls, get used to it. She pats you on the cheek twice. I trust I'll be seeing you soon. So heavy footfalls push off past you.
Where do you want me to get my armor? As I kind of like yell back.
Oh, we'll handle that. I'm afraid we might need to have something custom fitted. For your masculine body isn't what we're used to.
What
Will
the
you join
fuck
this
have I got
order?
myself into?
And hey, your hair is almost long enough.
What, you'd like me to keep growing it, would you?
I think the girls would love it.
I'll see you later, Stella Luna.
Who knows, maybe you'll get a new nickname. She proudly walks off.
I'm heading over to the crowbar.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure I know where he's going.
Yeah, I'm
All
heading
right.
over to the crowbar.
Everyone else, it is around drinking time for you guys, so like 4:30.
In the morning.
Same day of the trial, right?
Yeah, this is the same day.
Okay, there's one thing I want to talk to Adrian about.
Go ahead.
Okay, hey Adrian.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know how you want this to be, because Valafar was threatening the caravan, and I want to give him just a warning, like what cannot say. Obviously, I'm not going to tell him Avatar Loaf is after you.
He told you this via... I didn't hear him say anything.
A telepath.
Telepath. Gotcha. Your caravan's where?
It's constantly on the move, but what was the last update?
They
We're
had
leaving-
left Demos, the capital of Demos, 3 days ago, heading toward Kidara.
You're on the move, huh? Yeah, I got somebody I can bring that up to, but I mean, we're stretched pretty thin as is.
But I could message them.
Oh yeah, go for it. Shouldn't be a big deal.
What, do I just tell him the whole story, or?
Yeah, good luck getting all that in the sending spell, but yeah, sure. We're not that worried about it. The only thing is, like I said, as long as he doesn't leave the city for the next couple, weeks, we'll be fine. At least until we get
Okay.
everything sorted out, so.
Okay, I just want to check in on that. I need to write down a message that explains everything that happened in the past week in 25 words.
You
Good
can
luck
send
with that.
multiple.
Yeah, you'll have multiple days.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tinny?
No, I was actually just going to get some scroll supplies.
Right,
It's been
okay.
a
Yeah,
while.
all right.
Okay,
Good luck.
well, too.
Agent's gonna go look for Tinny.
Cool.
Which I'm assuming he's still in the building, safe house.
Probably.
I was gonna say, this is a new city to you. You don't know this place at all.
Anything about the city.
All right. It appears or occurs to me that we've never actually been properly introduced.
True.
And I'll just hold out my hand. I'm Adrian.
I'm Tinny.
Nice to meet you. Sit down with me for a sec.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my book of the Grand Seeker. It occurs to me during that whole trial and hearing that you have the shard of the Evertier, yes? Back in Xiphus?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to hand her the book and the quill. Mind drawing it for me?
Sure. And I'll do a drawing of it as best as I can.
This isn't an official visit or anything like that. Just more my curiosity than anything. The whole city is infected, you said? Or
Honestly, I don't really know what the scope of it is. We just know that probably there's a lot out there.
is it a mostly tiefling population?
Yeah, a lot of tieflings, at least in the area where I live, in the lower part of the city.
Gotcha. As far as I understand it, the Order of Aerithus isn't that far out there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if you haven't really heard of it at all.
No, but I know a guy. See if I can get some helping hands out there, maybe. See if they can help. Maybe cure some of your people or diagnose the symptoms. Protect people while they're there.
Well, yeah, any help would be really appreciated. Honestly, Zantan, I don't really know what to do. It's been going on for almost 2 years now. And
Very long time.
yeah, and I was only sick for maybe a few days, and the worm that I vomited up was like a foot long. So I don't know how big it's gotten.
That's absolutely disgusting. Please tell me you brushed your teeth before you and Kalis made out. That's a joke. Don't answer that. Just finish the drawing for me, and like I said, I'll see if I can get some people out there to help out. Derek tells me that this whole caravan was threatened by Valafar. You get anything like that?
Yeah, he did. He threatened my parents. He threatened to go after this Evertier. He seems to know the worst parts about all of us, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, guess I gotta pick the rounds and see who else might be threatened here. Okay. Knowing that, that's good. We gotta give them a little more incentive to send some people out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish the drawing and push the book back to him.
Appreciate it. Where's Quilly?
I think she was around. I'm not sure.
Has Quilly gone to see Lila already?
Honestly, I don't think she would have left Tinny alone in a city she has nothing about, so she's probably hanging out in the warehouse, probably just in whatever cot she's in, kind of listening to whatever Adrian and Tinny are listening to, but also just zoning out, looking at her compass, and just hanging out.
Back her down.
What?
You real busy?
Yes.
Oh. A little bit of attitude. That's okay. I understand. Valapar. I understand he telepathically communicated with each of you guys.
Yes, he did.
Anybody I should know about that he was threatening? See if I can help you out, protect him.
I don't have too many close ones for him to threaten.
Why is that?
It's a longer story than the one we just heard. I don't have much of a past prior to a couple of months ago. Or more that I'm trying to figure out more.
You're right,
But
that's
I
a very
believe-
complicated story.
Yeah.
Nothing alcohol can't fix, you know.
Honestly, yeah. Most of the memories I've had, it's been while I'm intoxicated. But yeah,
Me
I
too.
don't have too many. I mean, not any more of family members.
All right. Lost your memory, you said, yeah?
Yes,
Is it coming back?
slowly but surely. Nothing I'm
That's
too
good.
fond of.
That's good. All right. Anything you need from me? I mean, once I leave the safe house, I'm going to be at the cradle for the next couple days. Oh,
No, I don't need anything from you.
I got nothing.
I just hope you know that. I hope that you know that we were only doing what we thought was right.
If they didn't, I suspect you would all be in a, well, smaller prison than this, so.
But a prison all the same.
Won't last forever. Once we get everything sorted out, you'll be free to go about your business.
Yeah.
Cheer up. Things can be much worse.
Sure.
A little nod, and then he's gonna leave the safe house.
Okay. What next? Do we assume everyone goes to get drunk at the Crowbar with Kalis in a little bit? Do we have anything to pick up on between now and then? There would be a couple hours to kill still if we wanted to. This is
Yes.
sort of semi-downtime we're coming into, so you guys can kind of lead the way on this. I have some things I'll chime in with at certain times, but beyond that, let me know what you want to do.
I think Quilly's headed to the Crowbar. She'll probably show Tinny. Is like, this is our usual place. We haven't been in a long time, but, you know, crisp 4 p.m. Perfect time. No one's there.
Sounds good. Let's go.
By the way,
just-
I just want to say, I did the math. It has only been 10 days since you guys left the city. How fucking insane is
6
that?
months.
10 days.
Long 10 days.
Yeah, maybe 11 by now, but yeah.
Hey, when did they say that Cobalt Soul was going to open up to the public?
Give me an intelligence check. Let's see if Derek remembers, because there's been a lot of stressful stuff since that.
Yeah, and Kalis is not here. Oh shit! Wasn't expecting that. This is straight intelligence.
Yes, sir.
19.
The 27th of this month.
7th, and it is the.
The 5th.
Oh. I'll figure that out later.
Okay.
And he goes and spends 250 gold in scroll supplies.
Copy that. And I will say, downtime is certainly going to take us through all of next episode. and maybe beyond that. So if you have big things you want to do over it, I'm looking at a certain person who might want to build some stuff. We'll have some time to figure all that out. So if you have bigger plans you want to do, that's fine. We'll get to this later. This is knowing us will run a little bit long. So let's just let's pick up at the crowbar then. And the crowbar is for Tinny. I guess so the city itself, it's not the Vasselheim you might be imagining 2,000 years later. Is slightly different. The core of it's pretty similar though. It's just most of the architecture around is pretty pragmatic. A lot of the core of the city was kind of just like, oh shit, there's a war, we need to survive this. Let's build for that. But there are two temples that you can see very clearly from just about anywhere else in the city. At the north part is the Temple of Bahamut, and there's this giant statue of a platinum dragon with these sparkling gem-like eyes that just spray these beams of color out when the sun hits them. And to the west is the Fortress of the Dawn for Pelor, and it's just giant and gold and not watercolor. What's the word I'm looking for? Stained glass. And they're both very bright and noticeable. The cradle is technically the temple to Erithis within the grounds there, and I will specify the house that you guys are in is clearly still within the main area of the cradle, not in the building itself, but on the grounds. And yeah, you haven't been to the Birth Heart yet, and that one doesn't really make itself too visible, but it's like it's just like a unit. It's like, here's the city, and you're not used to that really. Like even Scarleton's pretty segmented with the shells and the districts, and Xiphus is, Xiphus. So it probably feels a little bit cramped, to be honest. There's a lot of people here, like more people than you have ever been around. Very busy place. And lots of guards and paladins and heavy, shiny armor with their gods' symbols. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. The Golden Crowbar, however, is not necessarily a dive bar, but like not... You wouldn't be wrong to include it in the list. And, it's a place. It's okay. They all like it, probably because they can afford it. And it's kind of close to the Birth Heart. But there you all are, minus Adrian, meeting back at the Golden Crowbar again. I would say Kalis is probably going to get there a little bit after everyone else, but we'll just pick up when he gets there. So as Kalis arrives, I'll say the other three have been there for like half an hour. What are you up to when your shiny boy walks in the door?
Probably hail him over to whatever table we're currently in.
Yeah.
Walk on over. Kinda.
And you hear, as you approach, you hear Isolde. And Tinny, you would have seen the owner here is an elven woman named Isolde, and she has this super bright light pink curly hair, very, very clearly physically or magically altered. Aside from that, she doesn't really stand out very much, but her hair, you see just kind of bouncing as she goes about the place. And Kalis, as you walk in, Dragon's Breath. Yes?
Yeah.
I'll give you 2. Kind of grimaces a little bit. And comes over with your preferred steaming drink, or I don't even know. I guess smoking, yeah. Smoking drink. And the scene
down the
is
first one.
yours.
I just fully down the first one, and then the second one I will sip it. It's not gonna be fully downed, but
Okay.
I'll kind of make my way over to the table, and I'll just plop down.
Busy day.
Nah, to be honest, Just went over to see Garrison. Bad news. Or good news, depending on how you look at it. We are no longer able to really communicate on the same basis that we had before.
Did you
So
get
my mentor
fired?
is no longer my mentor. I'm not quite fired. What the right term would be I'm being transferred. I'm no longer, as of the 27th of this month, I will no longer be an Azure Devil, unfortunately.
Hey,
Right.
that's when the Cobalt Store opens up.
Yeah, I think it's the day of the induction of the Marquis.
Oh wow, they like putting everything on one day, don't they?
They like to match it up.
It's annoying.
Yeah. But that brings me to I guess semi good news. I mean, I am being transferred, and most likely I'm being transferred to a very prestigious chapter.
Chapter.
They're called the Radiant Blades, but they're better known as the Golden Girls. Ironically enough, they don't really involve men. I'd be number two. To be honest, number one of those who would probably stay for a decent amount of time. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Gonna be big change.
Are they all right?
I mean, they're some of the best,
All right then.
but I'll let you know right now. The Guardian's kind of a hard ass. That's neither here nor there. But enough about me. I feel like drinking tonight. How about everyone here?
You
Is
see
Ad-
Derek with
Is
a
Adrian with
notepad.
us? Just curious.
No.
No. Okay.
That man is fucking swamped with work.
He is. But at that moment, the door pushes open, and Quilly, you see a familiar face of a 19-year-old, tall, athletic human with crazy orange hair to rival yours. Comes in, just covered in mud. It's totally dry in the city right now. You have no idea where she found this much mud. And she's
Yeah, I
just
was
kind of
gonna
like
go
stops
give
at
her
the
a
door
hug,
and just
but
like
then I'm like-
throws a little bit extra off of her. She steps in, just kind of muttering to herself, "God damn it, son of a bitch! I hate this fucking week."
I know. I was gonna go stand up and give her a hug, but then she's like, "What happened to you? You look like you had more eventful day than I did."
Oh shit, you're back.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that one.
I thought I did. I told Merca that. I guess
Wow.
you didn't. Blame
What,
Merca.
America?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Why would he talk to me?
I don't know. How'd you get
Huh?
a hold of me?
I tried something new, and it was not a fun experience, and I'm pretty sure I paid too much for it, alright? But it felt important. It was my entire salary since you've been gone, by the way, so you better buy me a drink.
All right. I got plenty to spend. I'll buy her a dragon's breath.
Cool. Yeah.
It took me 20-some episodes to realize that Lila is just Freya's spirit animal.
Maybe. Lila and Sully together. It's kind of a...
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. And yeah, she comes over, Dragon's Breath, downs it, looks at Kalis. And Kalis has historically not proven himself to be very adept at hiding his emotions. So she sees him, probably jaw clenched, just looking very down. Yeah, wow. You lost some. You gained
but
one.
we also gained another.
Oh,
This is
my
Tinny.
goodness. Tinny? No. Wait, do it again?
Hi.
Oh, fuck. Quilly, buy me another drink. I cannot handle this. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Breath of fresh air, huh?
Yeah, sorry I'm a fucking mess.
What
These
happened to
kids.
you?
There was
I
this...
could clean that up. I could clean that up for you if you like.
Oh, no, it's a lot. I'm just gonna, like, take off, like, most of it, to be honest. It's bad. It's whatever. And she's already wearing pretty much just, like, various wrappings and stuff, and, like, she's already, like, more exposed than most people walk around. It's kind of normal for her. She just kind of starts pulling them off and just kind of throws them in a pile on the ground. Yeah, it's probably inappropriate. That's fine. What the fuck?
It has been an eventful 10 days. It feels like it has been
Yes.
6 months.
I'm pretty sure it has been 6 months.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know time.
Can I ask a favor? My new best friend. Points to Tinny.
Oh?
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I just...
Hmm.
Can I... Alright, so I'm gonna ask again what the fuck, and then you're gonna tell me what happened.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Wow. Yeah. Alright, I gotta sit down for this. She sits down. What the fuck happened?
Okay, well, I was only there for like half of it, and I just
No, this
launched.
was a really... You get like 2 sentences in, and she's like, this was a really bad choice. I can't concentrate. Wow. All right, well, I don't know. I haven't done shit. Oh, I did do something. So you know how
What'd you
I was
do?
talking to Volcar about maybe like killing him, or you know, sort of. I
Vaguely.
started building the thing. You know what I talked about with the... No, you weren't there. All right, so it's kind of like there's like a boot on a stick, and there's a rope, and I cut it, and it like hits this thing, and it rolls down this other thing, and it hits this, knocks a bunch of shit over, and it sends off these little sparks, and it lights something, and then it breaks down. Then it's gonna end with an axe hitting him right in the neck, like, yeah, like almost like halfway probably, maybe. I haven't really tested on a person yet, and then we're gonna I'm
Well,
bored as
if-
fuck.
We ever see Volca again, you have my absolute permission to do so.
Was that? Am I too late? Is he dead?
No.
Oh, he had a hissy fit and ran
Maybe.
off
Yeah.
with all of our stuff. Majority
Yeah,
of
he
it.
Wow.
tried to stole all of our stuff.
Yeah, I mean, metaphorically, he's dead to us. I mean,
Yeah. I think I'll start giving Lila. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing again, but I'm going to start giving Lila
don't.
the rundown of what has happened since we have been gone.
Occasionally, she interjects and asks Tinny to repeat a sentence or two. Wow, y'all know how to have a party, huh?
Yeah, sorry we didn't invite you.
And I should specify that you all, the way that they're tracking you is with the same bracelet that Milo had when you first met
So I
him.
figured.
Yeah, you're all on house arrest. And she kind of looks at those. Yeah.
Mm,
Damn.
yeah. So now we're here.
And, I don't know. Did you say my name?
I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I would have loved
That's-
to keep you out of it.
Yeah. But,
Fortunately,
yeah.
yes, your name did come up.
God damn it. God damn it.
Did
I
they
finally
have-
get off duty. I probably can't even leave now. What's going on? Are you going to the pit still?
Not anytime soon.
Actually,
God damn it.
It depends on how long this takes.
We're on house arrest right now.
I do think it's kind of funny that y'all managed to get that. I've never had that happen. I mean, I just loudly talked about a machine I built to kill a man in public, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently they take betrayal of God stuff here pretty seriously.
Yeah. No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you like all died?
Oh, except me and Quilly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mhm,
But like, she points to Kalis.
yes.
Yeah, I got
Wow.
smoked.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna take
he
me up on
did-
my offer from before then. That's kind of a shame. It's a
Did
lot
say,
different.
did say fuck you to a mechanic god, so
Yeah, you would have been proud of that.
I think I am, and I would buy you a drink if I could right now, but also I don't know how much you need to be. Yeah, actually, he needs to be drinking more. Whoever's buying stuff tonight, you should probably. That's a sad man.
Nah, it's okay. I can buy myself. And I'm not too sad, to be perfectly honest. No. And I'll kind of look over to Tinny. Yeah, I'm not too sad.
Are you trying to hide this? You trying to be sneaky at all about this?
No.
Just stops, looks at the two of you, and goes, "Yep, figured. Never into girls, huh? That's a shame."
I don't know what's funny. Either he muted himself or he's laughing so loud the mic cut off.
No, I was just laughing far enough away, which you didn't have to hear my laugh.
Was Lila told about the Golden Girls at all? Did that come up?
Right, no, so I was explaining that before she came in.
Yeah, I just didn't know if
Yeah.
like Quilly or in the whole thing it was gone into, if she was told
I
about
think
that.
we just stuck to what happened last 10 days.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
you've saved
technically,
yourself
like-
some sarcasm. That's all I was wondering
Yeah.
was if she was going to be a smartass about that.
Hmm.
Tinny, you hear in your brain, "Hey, I've got something for you. Where should I meet you?"
I'm at the Crowbar in Vasselheim. Just drinking.
Okay. So, Theron? He just fucked off too? They both like threw a hissy fit and left?
Oh, Volker threw a hissy fit there and
Yeah.
had more of a reason.
Yeah, he was perfectly
Okay.
justified.
I was gonna say maybe I should have kicked his ass too before, but that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
Damn, well, I was hoping y'all could have something fun for me to do, like right now. And instead I
Sorry.
find out you're all on house arrest, you all
Okay.
died, and I
Only
kick
fun thing
Volkar's ass again. That's kind of fun. But that's like delayed.
Yeah,
I'm not really
that's-
good at like
That's
waiting
something
for
to look
stuff.
forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the moment, we're a bit stuck.
The only fun thing I think of is writing scrolls, and I
Tinny, on the window near you, you hear a little tapping. And you turn and you see Zentha.
You want to come in? Do you? Okay, I'll go out.
Okay, a couple things. The tier's still doing its thing.
Okay.
I heard everything. Unfortunately, I can't really bring you back to see anyone for a little while. That's really shitty, so I will do my best to give you updates. Your mother actually was awake for about 6 or 7 minutes of just about full consciousness.
Oh,
Yeah, memories all over the place, but it's definitely working.
okay.
Messy. It's messy, but it is working. But
No
mostly
sign of, like the worm yet, huh?
maybe little bits. It's bad. I'll spare you the details, honestly. But here's this. She hands you something that's just a little thing. It's like size of your palm. It's wrapped up.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting anything.
And it is a little stone that is carved into a kind of cartoon version of her face. And she pulls out one that is the same of you. She goes,
Oh,
I figured it's probably better if you can, talk to me first. It's a whole mess. I'm figured getting Goris and the ship back to Zythus and all this other stuff, and I don't think it's worth it for me to be worrying about when and how I'm supposed to talk to you. So I figure if you want to check in, if you need something, you can let me know first.
Thank you, Santa. I promise not to bother with you with it as much as I can.
I sincerely doubt it, but I think you'll sometimes try at that, so it's fine. Anyway, I do have a lot to do. They're going to want to talk to me soon as well, so that's fun, and all that stuff, so...
You should really get at least one night's sleep.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, no,
It'd be
go
great.
do it.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'd love to. I'm trying. It'll happen. Eventually my body will give out and I'll sleep whether or not I want to, so just hope it's not in the cradle. That would be awkward.
That would be bad, yeah.
Look at you hanging out with your friends at a bar.
It's
Getting
pretty
in
nice.
trouble with the law in Vasselheim. She looks in and sees Kalis' glum face and goes, I think he needs you. Yeah. Check in with me tomorrow, alright?
I will. Don't worry.
She gives you a big, long hug where she vanishes back to wherever the fuck she's vanishing back to.
I'll
And
just head back inside, yeah.
it is about the time we usually stop, so if you guys, I don't know if you want to take a couple minutes, wrap the scene up or anything, feel free to. Or if you are ready to close the evening's events, let me know.
To be honest, I understand that it is Tinny's first time in Vasselheim. More importantly, it is Tinny's first time at the Crowbar. Now, I feel like it is tradition, at least amongst us, to play a little game. A little drinking game, if that's the right way to say it. It's known as What the Fuck Is Up With That, and we were just curious if you would just honor us with playing it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Awesome.
Yep.
Boom. End scene.
Okay. That's where we'll begin, I guess, with some rollies.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, with that, let us bring our game to a close and see what happens with our, as hinted at by Adrian, maybe weeks of downtime when we return next week.
Ayla's dad bod beat cop arc incoming.
Yep. How funny would it be if he just got fired and then just became a seeker and you guys were just bad cop, bad cop?
Back up. Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, no one used their inspiration because no one really rolled anything, so that's cool.
I think I rolled one time.
There were like 3 rolls the whole night. One was for
Yeah.
me. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching and or listening and or supporting the show in whichever way you have chosen to do so. We will see you next week. As always, happy gaming.